Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2022 action thriller Detective Knight Rogue, a film that is co-written and directed by Edward Drake, and it stars Bruce Willis, Bo Murkoff, Lachlan Monroe, Corey Large, Dax Campbell, and Jimmy Jean-Louis. Right, what is this film about then? Well, basically, it's a low-budget remake of Heat. It's the best way I can describe this film. It focuses on a crew of criminals that pull off heists for a Vegas gangster. And then at the beginning of the film, we see them pull this heist off and then seriously injure Bruce Willis's partner, Fitzgerald, played by Lachlan Monroe. Bruce Willis then pursues them cross-country to try and take down their crew. However, this crew is not for being taken down, and a showdown is on the books, on the cards. I don't know. As you can tell from my enthusiasm, guys, this isn't a good film. In fact, that's an understatement. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really sure where to start with this catastrophe. Okay, let's start with the obvious. Let's get it out of the way, Bruce Willis. Okay, I'm not going to go in hard on Bruce Willis because we all know now what is the issue with Bruce Willis. We know that he's retired from acting now. A lot of these films that we're seeing now that are being released are obviously films that have been already filmed and they're kind of slowly releasing them. I had no idea how many he's got left, but they can't really end soon enough, really, for me, and probably a lot of Bruce Willis fans, which I consider myself to be. He's done some incredible films over the years, and for me, it's honestly, it's a crying shame to see him like this in a movie, and this is amongst the worst I think I've seen him in. And I'm not blaming poor actor or anything like that. We all know what the issue is now. The fact that he has to have his lines fed to him, and there's no emotion in his performances anymore. He's just basically recounting lines, I think, that people are giving him in his earpieces, and looking at the right person and recounting the lines, but with no real emotion or anything like that. And it's a shame. I mean, yeah. How is Bruce Willis's name and picture on the poster of this going to sell this anymore? Because everyone kind of knows where Bruce Willis is now at in his career. So forget it. I mean, Bruce Willis shouldering this film has not worked, and will not work because he can't shoulder this film at all. He doesn't have the acting chops to do it anymore, or the physical presence to do it anymore. And the part, quite simply, should have been given to a younger actor who's on the rise, potentially, who could have put some real charisma into the film. I mean, charisma that this film desperately needed. Now, because of, obviously, the issues with Bruce Willis, the film, as I've mentioned, is like a cheap rip-off of Heat. So it focuses actually more heavily on, as Heat did to some degree, the crew, the criminals, which is fine if you've got Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer and all these other great actors like headlining your crew from Heat. You know, you don't have that here. You've got actors who A, have no idea who they are, B, they have no personality, no charisma, and you do not give an absolute crap about them in any way. The leader of the crew, they kind of give him this family that for some reason we're supposed to care about, but we barely meet them. So therefore, why should we care? We meet them in one scene, and that's it, really. So this crew that we're following around, you genuinely do not care about them in any way, shape or form, and they are amongst the most stupid people ever. There's a scene right at the beginning where it all goes wrong, this crew, and they shoot Bruce Willis's partner, and they're shooting at cops and all this kind of stuff, left, right, and centre, and it all goes a bit wrong, even though they get away with the money and stuff. And as they're on the plane heading back, one of the crew says, "I didn't sign up to shoot cops, man," and all this kind of stuff. And then in the next scene, he's suggesting that the next job that they do, they use these pipe bombs that he's learnt to make on YouTube, and then is in the scene after that, it's kind of almost like enjoying the fact that they're killing cops and this kind of stuff. And it's like, I mean, settle on a personality, people, for these guys. It's genuinely difficult to know where to start with this one. It's so bad. I don't know where to start. There's so many things running around my head as to what's wrong with this film. The leader of the crew, he is being pursued now at this stage in the film. He's been taken down, he's been betrayed, part of his crew's being killed, so on and so forth. And he rings up his wife and says, "Oh, listen," and she knows he's a criminal, by the way. "Listen, you need to pack up and leave and go to a hotel, you're in danger." Fairly simple instructions, especially when you know that your husband is a career criminal. Does she do that? Of course she doesn't. And then I could go on, I think, for a fortnight explaining to you why this film is bad. As soon as you say this film is a budget bargain basement remake of Heat, you're out, because there's nothing going to touch Heat, really. Very, very few things are going to get close to Heat. The production values, the cast, the direction, everything. And this film doesn't even land in the airport in the country, you know what I mean? It's not even, never mind being in the same ballpark, it's not even, allowed in the airport to take a flight to the ballpark, you know what I mean? This film, it's shockingly bad. So you've got Bruce Willis that can't carry this film, and we know the reasons why. You've got a crew of criminals that you don't care about, and everybody else in this film you don't care about. And the film just devolves at one point in the film, about 3/4 of the way through, maybe a bit less. It kind of devolves into an incomprehensible mess, because there's betrayals going on, there's corrupt cops. You've got the head guy that put the crew together, scrambling for his life, and you've got this guy that owns the crew, trying to kill this person and that person. And does he control the Bruce Willis character? I mean, and then you're just kind of like, what's going on? Completely incomprehensible plot. It just gets really, really stupid, and it's just an excuse then just to put gunfights on the screen, and they aren't very good, so they offer nothing either to the film. So yeah, there's zero characters to care about, the plot is incomprehensible, and it is just a real mess. Genuinely one of the worst action films I've seen for a while. I mean, obviously I watch a lot of these type of films for this channel. Some of them, they have something there to keep you interested. I genuinely, I had to push myself through this film to finish it, in order to get some kind of review up for you guys. So my advice is just avoid it. Just avoid this film, because it is not worth watching, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my review for Detective Night Rogue. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found the review useful. I will, of course, be back with more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.